Good morning to you guys. This is Eric VM Hoysoy. I am the voice of FutureSquawk, coming at you live from the floor of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, guys, from alongside the S&P Pits. Guys, it's 8:01 with 40 seconds in the morning, coming at you live. Guys, we did have quite a bit of 7:30 numbers this morning, guys. Quite a few 7:30 numbers. Hey, I believe that's Jeff. Welcome to the room, Jeff. It's good to see you. So yeah, we did have some 7:30 numbers, guys. That was core CPI. Survey was for spot 2, guys. Came in at spot 1. CPI month over month. And that is spot 1 as well for spot 2. Weekly earnings came in spot 2 for spot 1 survey, and initial jobs 214 instead of 206, guys. We do have natty gas, and we have EIA natty gas and petroleum today, guys. So we'll have those numbers for you starting at 9:30. But guys, what are we talking about yesterday, guys? What did we talk about? We talked about some overlapping price activity lower, guys. We saw range bound trade in the day, Tuesday and Wednesday in the overnight session. Tuesday night into Wednesday in the overnight session. Thursday saw an offer, guys. Clearly saw an offer here in the ES. So guys, let's start with the ES. Let's talk about it. Let's do it to it really rapidly, guys. You can see here on the chart overlapping price activity clearly from the 2900s, guys, all the way down into the lower extreme of that chop on the open, down into the 2874s, guys, 75s. Clearly a 25-point range of chop that we saw over the last several days. We did see selling in the morning, guys. Got below the 66s quick. First area of balance yesterday was from the 61s all the way down into the 51s. Next area of balance from the 49s, 28, 49s, all the way down into that 38s, guys. Then a spike down, initiative out of balance, failed to see anything back up through that mid-figure, and then rotation back down, guys. From there, it was only selling for the remainder of the day, and a big selling into the close, guys. Closed on the lows at the 2871s, guys, and did see those 71s trade them up into the close. We did see all the way down into so the 81s trade here, and then 71s into the close, 72s. We did see overlapping price activity all the way up into a key area into the 84 overnight, guys. Then we saw selling at 1830, guys. We saw selling at 1830, and then we saw selling again at 2030 when this Central Time, when forward markets started opening. Then again, the same thing. Saw more selling as Europe opened down into new lows into the 2747s, guys. Below that spike, low of the 50s. 50 quarters, I think, were the previous low. So that initiative out of balance fail, guys. Back up, overlapping price activity higher, and we are balancing up on the recent highs, guys. Up on the recent highs. So definitely want to bring to your attention that we have seen wide range chop here in the overnight session, guys. As Sean pointed out to us, one of our distinguished chat members, guys. That is, guys, there's no doubt about it. It's been a long time since we've seen 765,000 contracts in the overnight session before the open. It is definitely something we have seen, and something we will likely continue to see for the next couple of days, couple of weeks, maybe. We are seeing some serious buyers and sellers down here on these lows after being down, guys, on the day. Guys, we were down 109 points into the close yesterday, and yeah, we did see continuation in the overnight session, guys, for another good solid 35 points to the downside. But we are trading unched on the day, guys. Unched, so unchanged on the day. We're seeing the 81s and 8075s trade, guys, right up into those 84s that we looked at after the first rotation back up and the on the close, guys. First rotation back up, we are looking at that again here, trading the 82s. So guys, what's our bias? Clearly, guys, here on the 5-minute time frame. Clearly on the 5. Let's take a look at the 4-hour first, guys. We did talk about how that 4-hour bias went away with trade below that 28.94, guys, and 28.92, I guess it was, 92 quarters. That was our 4-hour bias that went away, guys. And we have seen, guys, continuation lower here, and then a huge spike down yesterday, and chop trade on these recent lows. So guys, clearly that 4-hour bias has gone away. If anything, guys, I think that we're going to be more likely to establish trade all the way from, I think it's probably going to be the 25s to the 30s is where we'll see a pop up to before we continue selling again, guys. But yeah, we're seeing the 2 quarters and 2 halves trade. So overlapping price activity, guys, and clearly seeing some initiative out of balance to the downside on that 4-hour time frame. We are unable to establish a 4-hour time frame yet, guys. In order to say we're doing anything to the downside on the 4-hour time frame, we have not had enough area balance in order to establish a 4-hour time frame. However, guys, we can clearly say that we have invalidated. We are looking for, at this point, I think it's much harder for us to see anything on that 4-hour time frame in the way of resistance to the upside, guys. But I think initiative out of balance here at the 85s, 84.75s. I think that's the first key area to be looking at. If we can see sustained trade above that 84 halves, 85s, then I think that does call into question some of that short lean. I think that we're back to two-sided activity clearly on the 30-minute time frame. You guys can see what I'm seeing here, guys. Overlapping price activity. I think this is a great place if you're willing to take a short. I think this is a great place to do it. With stop would be, we're looking for initiative out of balance, the upside, and trade back into that area of balance, or you could take it here and put your stop up at the 88s above that previous spike. So guys, I think that's a low risk trade. We're talking about 3-4 points of range that you're risking there in order to potentially see a rotation all the way back down into the 74s quick, and really looking for the middle of that area of balance, which is the 68s. All right, guys, that's what I'm thinking here on the ES. Next thing I would like to see, guys, is I do think on the 5-minute time frame we have invalidated any sort of short lean. Unfortunately, guys, I think on that 5-minute time frame, we clearly in the overnight session, guys, we saw overlapping price activity lower. Go ahead and remove that. But guys, we saw overlapping price activity lower. We saw trade back up into the middle. We saw continuation higher. So guys, after the new initiative out of balance to the upside, to the initiative out of balance to the downside at 4 o'clock in the morning, we did see rotation back up now and back up into the upper extreme, balancing on those highs recent. So guys, I do think that it is definitely something to bring to your attention, that we are seeing the 5-minute invalidation of that short lean. So guys, let's talk about it. We have no short lean, we have no bias, guys, on the 5-minute time frame. Initiative out of balance and continuation higher, and we can start to establish something. We're in the second area of balance higher right now, so no bias on the 5-minute time frame. Key area, guys, key areas, we're looking to the long side this morning. I think that we have a bias to the long side. We're looking for a pullback, guys, on the 5-minute time frame. We're looking for a pullback down. We already saw it stop at the 78s. I think that trade back below the 78 invalidates any sort of long lean. So guys, we'll just put it in there at the 78. So we're looking for a price pattern into 27, 78, and 78 quarters, guys. We do have a short lean bias still on the 30-minute. We're definitely in wide range chop on the lows. Key areas are price pattern into the upper extreme we're at right now, guys. We're talking about that at 84 halves, right? So 2784 spot 5, and then invalidation will be sustained trade above that area of balance, right? All right, guys, so that is what we're seeing here, guys. I have no bias on the 4 hours, and I'm not really looking for anything else on the 4 hour time frame. So guys, we do have a short lean bias on 30-minute. We're at the upper extreme, which is usually a great place to be selling, and we are seeing a price pattern. We're looking for a price pattern right here at that 84 halves. Invalidation, we sustain trade above the 85s. You can put your stop a little bit higher if you'd like. No bias on the 5-minute time frame, but we're looking for a price pattern in the 78 quarters, guys. 78 quarters. So I'm gonna go ahead and chat blast that, post that up for you guys. And there it is. All right, guys, let's move on over, rocket on over to our friends, the YM. That's right, guys, that YM. We're gonna rocket over to the YM really quick, fast, and in a hurry, guys. What have we seen in the overnight session? You know it. We saw selling in the YM in the regular trading hours. We saw overlapping price activity in the overnight session, and guys, we have been unable to see trade back up into that first rotation lower, back up through. We did trade it twice, but unable to see sustained trade currently above that key area, guys. And that key area for me is that 25,458, trading the 453s right now. So guys, I think that trade back above that 500 here really calls into question any sort of that lean to the downside that we had in the overnight session. But we are at the upper extreme. Failed initiative out of balance, guys, and working our way back into balance. I do think that this is a nice area for short as well. So on the 30-minute time frame on the YM, guys, we have no bias on the 4 hour, guys, and we are seeing key areas above. We have a short lean bias on the 30-minute time frame. We're looking for a price pattern into the 25 450. Well, I mean, I guess I can just call it the 500s, right? Into the 480s. Where we see it, guys. 459 is where we're trading right now. Price pattern into the 492s. I would like to see us try initiative out of balance, guys, right here at the 493s. Initiative out of balance and fail back into that area of balance. I would love to see it, but guys, I think right now is a decent place to be jumping on. So guys, we are looking at, let's call it the 490s. All right, and then invalidation is sustained trade above the 25 505s. Guys, we do have a long lean bias on that 5-minute time frame. We are seeing overlapping price activity higher. So clearly a long lean bias on that 5-minute time frame with initiative out of balance to the upside, guys. Overlapping price activity high off those 174 lows. So guys, clearly seeing something come in here, and I do think that 5-minute time frame, if we do see down into that 440, guys, at 439, I think that's a great area to be looking for something to be lightening up a short on the shortest time frame, or looking for something back to the long side. So we're talking about that 440 area. Alright guys, 25,440. That is 1,000 points lower than where we were looking yesterday for our shorts. That was nice. Alright guys, so let's I'll go ahead and post that up for you as well. We have not seen enough trade on the 4-hour time frame, guys. Let's take a look at it real quick. But guys, have not seen anything in the way of 4-hour time frame in order to see an area of balance on the 4-hour in order to work our way lower from it. But guys, we are seeing those 80, 75s, and 81s trade in the ES. So guys, dollar is off its recent lows. We talked about the DAX and the FTSE, guys. It's now down. DAX is now down 65, 65 and a half, guys. FTSE's down 91. So 65 and 91, guys, expanding its ranges a little bit here. The YM is down 56 points on the day. So guys, that's the YM right there. That's the YM, and that's what I think that we're seeing here on the YM is we're starting to see some divergent activity, guys, between that 4-hour time frame, which saw some selling, 30-minute short lean, and a 5-minute long lean. We're at the upper extreme of that 30-minute though, so I definitely will be keeping an eye on that. Will be something that I want to pay attention to, guys. It's 8:17, guys. Let's quickly do it to it on the NASDAQ. Guys, that NASDAQ clearly saw overlapping price activity, guys. Saw initiative out balance to the downside on the Monday's time frame, back up into the upper extreme, unable to see anything back below it at the 74.47s, guys. Chop suey, guys, into Tuesday overnight, guys. Just kind of balanced them up and actually saw some selling. We did talk about that, how that was weaker yesterday than the YM was. But guys, we did see that Nasdaq and the Russell able to take out overnight lows and regular trading hours lows from the previous day there on the Nasdaq. So into the open, and we did see overlapping price activity, wider range overlapping price activity until we saw quick selling, and that selling continued faster and harder in the Nasdaq than we saw in anything else. But guys, that Nasdaq is clearly seeing more of a bid here, guys, than we are seeing in any of the other majors. But this failed initiative out of balance on the 5-minute time frame right up here right now does give us a little reason for a hope to the downside. So guys, I do think that's a nice place right here with that trade up into the 55s and back into the 39s. I think the trading anywhere from the 45s to the 47s, if you can get them, I think it's a good place for a short with a stop back above the 55s. So guys, on NASDAQ, we do have no bias on the 4-hour time frame. We do have a short lean bias on the 30-minute, guys. 30 minutes, we're at the upper extreme. Up into, guys, up into, what are we talking about? We're talking about that price pattern up into the 45s and 46s. So guys, that is it's definitely something I want to bring to your attention. We have a short lean bias on 30-minute time frame. We're talking about that, guys. Short lean bias, and where the price pattern into, guys, and we were looking at 73.97s yesterday for our short into the open. And yeah, guys, we're talking about 70.40s today, 70.45s. Wow, big difference, huh? 70.45. Invalidation, guys, will be sustained trade above the 70.55s. Short lean bias on the 5-minute time frame. I actually don't see that. I actually see a long lean bias on the 5-minute time frame, trying initiative out of balance. So long lean bias on the 5-minute time frame. And the key area is going to be, guys, where did we find some support earlier this morning, guys? Where did we find some support? Yeah, here, guys. We're seeing that rotation back down. We did see support work a couple times. We came all the way back down. We did a full rotation, came back up into the middle of that area, balanced, and found some support higher, guys. So I think that 26 middle of that area balance is the first key area. So I'm going to be looking for, if we see trade all up down into the 70.26s, guys, I'm going to be looking to lighten any short that I have on, and or looking for a price pattern long. If we do see below the 26s in any sort of sustained way, guys, I do think that takes us back to the middle of this larger area balance that we have seen here in the overnight session, and definitely starts calling into question some of that move back into the 69.93s, guys. I think that's kind of where we start looking, 93s to 89s. So guys, we do have that long lean bias. We're going to invalidate that trade if we don't see, right, we have to look for a price pattern there, and invalidation will be sustained trade below the 20s. Alright guys, so that's our NASDAQ bias here this morning, guys. We are looking to trading on both sides, but guys, I do think the short lean has been right, and the 30-minute lean is stronger than the 5-minute lean is. But we'll go ahead and we'll talk about both sides of the trade today. And last but not least, oh wait, yeah, least is the Russell, guys, is that Russell. And Russell is actually doing better, guys, here on the 30-minute time frame than we have seen here on any of the other majors. We did have overlapping price activity here on the Russell, guys, into Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. Overlapping price activity clearly had it, guys, and initiative out of balance to the downside on the Russell yesterday. We're back up into key areas from the overnight, guys, up in that 1572s, guys, 71s. We're trading the 71s last, so I think we're at the upper extreme on the 30-minute time frame of this large range area balance, guys. I think that is a key area here on the Russell, guys. We're up into that. So we have no bias on the 4-hour time frame. If anything, we're having a short lean bias. But guys, we're gonna go ahead and say no bias on the 4-hour time frame. Short lean bias at 30-minute. Yeah, we're talking about, guys, we're talking about 1572s. That's well off that 1626 to 1627s that we had yesterday. So price pattern at the upper extreme in the 1572s, guys, and we do have a long lean bias, right, on the 5-minute time frame. Let's take a look at that long lean bias. Let's zoom into that 5-minute time frame. Let's see what we do see here, guys. We are seeing overlapping price activity on that 5-minute time frame. Let's get that zoomed for you. Are seeing us hang them up at the upper extreme, guys. I do think as long as we stay above, I think it's very reasonable to say, as long as we stay above that, I think it really right here, that 68, guys. As long as we stay above the 68, I know it's definitely a little towards the lower half of that area balance, guys. But I do think that's 68. We'll just call it 68 halves, guys. As long as we stay above the 68 halves, then I think that we have a reason to be hoping for something longer on the upside. So guys, we are at a key fight area, guys, here on that that Russell, guys, with the 5-minute taking us initiative out of balance, guys, and that 30-minute providing some resistance above us. 2 evens are trading 175s and 2 evens. So yeah, guys, that's what we are have seen this morning. We'll definitely be taking a look at that for you. Long lean bias. We were talking about 1622 halves yesterday for the short. We're talking about 1678 halves today. Or sorry, 1578s and spot 6 today for those longs. So guys, that's the Russell as well. Alright, chat blast. Everything is up and good, guys. So I think that we are at a key area. We are at a decision point here in the ES. We're talking about the 375s at 4 evens. We're seeing that Russell try initiative out of balance on that 30-minute time frame. Overlapping price activity, guys. 5-minute time frames on all the majors are clearly to the long side. And we are clearly seeing some big come in here on the Russell. On the ES, off those lows, guys, we're trading the 84 halves, 84.75s right now. Initiative out of balance in the 5-minute time frame on the NASDAQ, guys, up 27 points on the day. So guys, and that YM is down 20 points. So we did talk about how that 440, guys, would act as some support if it was going to see higher, and we have. So I'll definitely be looking at that 440 area. Definitely be looking at the 78 area here in the ES, guys, on any sort of pullback initiative out of balance on all the majors right now. So guys, definitely seeing the 5-minute time frame take us higher, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to continue, guys. I do think we potentially do, but yeah, I do think that 30-minute time frame is showing is going to likely see here on the open in about 4 minutes is going to see some sort of selling come in here at the upper extreme of that 30-minute time frame. And I would be looking, like I said, guys, looking for that initiative out of balance as it fails back in. Nasdaq's not failing back into the balance yet, but the ES is, that YM is, and that Russell has yet. So guys, we're seeing the Nasdaq and the Russell be stronger than the ES and the YM as of current, guys. So we'll definitely be keeping our eyes on it. I think we are we're looking at two-sided trade today, guys. I think we're looking at two-sided trade as we're at the upper extreme of the 30-minute, and that 5-minute is initiative out of balance to the upside. So guys, definitely want to bring to your attention the fact that we are seeing overlapping trade here, guys. All right. Cool. So guys, that's why I think that once it makes a decision what it's going to do today, I think that we'll see continuation. But as of current, guys, it's really fighting it up here, really at this 84, 85 area, at the 505 area in the YM, and this Nasdaq at the 062s initiative out of balance. So I definitely want to bring to your attention, I would be careful with your longs, I would be careful with your shorts at these areas. You've been plenty of time today to get on something if it does fail, or if it does continue, either way. So guys, we are seeing, we did see a whole bunch of talk this morning, but guys, did see the U.S. is going to support the investigation into the Saudi journalist disappearance. That's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. But guys, but again, thank you so much for being here for Chart Talk this morning. I hope that you appreciate it. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you had a great overnight trading session, guys, and I hope you guys are participating with the trends. Again, guys, I am Eric VM Hoi Soy, and I am the voice of FutureSquawk. We have seen, and we are likely to continue to see some more awesome and amazing trade here this morning, guys. Seeing 807,000 contracts traded already in the day. Definitely bringing it to you guys. And guys, I do want to say, guys, we have a minute and a half left until the open. Do want to bring to your attention, do want to say thank you. You guys fuel the fire, and this is FutureSquawk. It's a lost child production, and it's dedicated to my son, whom I love dearly, and whom I'm doing this for, little guy. This is for you. Even though you're not with me in my here physically, you're in my heart every single day. So this is for you. Every trade I take, every step I make, every breath I take is for you. That's right. That's a little bit of police for you there, kid. All right, awesome. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and we're having the trade kickoff in 30 seconds. So those of you guys who are here, coming at you live.